Hi, this is Todd Talks for 8/19/2022. I am Todd Baker, your certified mortgage planner with Service First Mortgage. And what I do is I help you as real estate agents grow your business through giving you the tactics and techniques and scripts that will allow you to convert more leads and generate more referrals. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how an inflation and a recession is actually a good time to buy. But if you know how to approach buyers and sellers with the right information and the data to back it up, it's going to make all the difference in the world coming to this end of this third and into the fourth quarter going into winter. So let me go over some of the Keeping Current Matters blog posts I put out this week and share with you some thoughts. Okay, so the first one was, the headline is U.S. home ownership rate is growing. But the real golden nugget in this article is right here. And it shows how ownership has grown over the last 4 quarters. And then it talks about why people are becoming homeowners. And this is really important. In the 70s, when inflation was running at around 10%, home prices were rising approximately the same amount. And renters have a harder time in inflationary environments. And so that is a key takeaway. Not for everyone, but for most people right now, they're paying excessively high rents, and they are going up at around 10% annually. Whereas if they buy a house, it's going to stay the same. And when rates drop, you can actually lower that payment. And you need to be able to explain this to people. So I have a client this week. We just got her approved today. She's under contract, her and her husband, and her rent was going up 10% to around $3,000 a month. But her new home payment and buying a house is under $3,300. For just a few $100s more, she's buying a house, and she's not gonna have to worry about rent increases anymore. So she's thrilled, but knowing how to explain that is important. So read through this article and know how to use it to your advantage. Let me show you the next one. So what would a recession mean for the housing market? So when we look, and there's a couple of key takeaways. Number one, a recession doesn't mean falling home prices. Okay, so look at the last 6 recessions. 1980, they went up, slightly down in 91, up, and then this is the housing crisis, and we're not in a housing crisis right now. And then you've got right here, this is year to date. Just yesterday, on all the business channels, they said we're in a housing recession. That was the headline. But if you read the articles, what they're also saying is that we're not in a price recession. It's just a housing recession based on fewer sales. So it's a housing recession based on fewer sales, but prices are not going down. And here's a key takeaway too. In Texas, and there's going to be another slide I'm going to show you in a minute, but in Texas and other non-tax states, there's a huge advantage. I'm going to tell you about that in a second. So let me go to this next slide. Or actually, one more thing on this one I wanted to show you. It also means falling mortgage rates. So 2 things. When someone comes to you to say, listen, you buy now because values are not going to go down going into recession. You buy now because rates are likely to fall. Now, we don't want a buyer to wait, right? Because we don't know when they're going to fall. I have a rate protection program where your buyer buys and then they get 36 months of protection, where when the rates drop, we refinance them with no lender fees. Essentially a free refi from the lender. So I have a way to handle that. So make sure you're using this slide. Let me show you the next one. So this is an updated one from last week's with the growth projections. And the key takeaway here is this is the latest forecast. And there's Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, National Association of Realtors, Zelman, HEPIS, and MBA. Look at the mortgage makers are the most pessimistic. Now, one thing I mentioned is that you need to know this data, right? So when someone says to you, I think home prices are going to fall, you can say, well, let's look at some data. Here's an article on a recession, right? So we know that in most recessions, prices continue to rise. There's fewer sales, but there's still lower inventory and prices are going to rise. And on top of that, here's what everybody's projecting. But that's the macroeconomic. The microeconomic is in Texas, that is Florida and Tennessee. Those 3 states in particular have very healthy markets, even though we all know right now it is slower. Its days on market are longer. You have to set right expectations with sellers. However, it's still a strong market with really good, there's going to be some price appreciation. And why is that? In an inflationary environment, what do people need to do? They need to cut costs. Well, one way to cut costs is to relocate to a state that has no income tax, state income tax. So that's a key point to remind people when you're talking. Let me show you the last one. So this is your prospecting one, right? Planning to retire, your equity can help reach your goal. So if you read through this article, right, it gives some good data. We know that right now people have, homeowners, almost all homeowners have really good equity. And what you want to do is you want to remind your database, your sphere, your clients that they can use the equity to achieve homeownership goals or retirement goals. Do they want to downsize? Do they want to move closer to loved ones? Do they want to buy a dream home destination? Your equity can help get them there, and you can be the one that helps facilitate that. So use this to your advantage. There's some great information. All these articles are attached so that you can use them and email them or have them available. You can literally read these articles in about 10 minutes. So watch this video, read the articles, and incorporate that and internalize it so that when you're talking to buyers and sellers, it just comes right out naturally. You know the answer. I'll be doing these for you weekly. So each week you will have like the up-to-date, state-of-the-art, best information and data to use to help you close your deals. I am here to help you. If you are not working with me right now as a realtor and your lender is not doing this level for you, give me a call. We have the best operation platform in the business at Service First. I have more programs. I have all sorts of things, but all lenders sell that. I come to help you grow your business. And I've been doing this for 20 years. So please feel comfortable reaching out. I look forward to working with you. Have a great day.